Welcome to privacy and security training for ServicePoint users in Multnomah County. Security standards are required by the Department of Housing and Urban Development for HMIS compliance. This includes our partners using ServicePoint for client management information system purposes. Additionally, many of you are bound by other federal regulations regarding privacy and confidentiality. We all take great care with the data we collect, and we need to apply the same care with all aspects of the data. We are jointly responsible. Why privacy and security? We need to focus on the importance and the integrity and security of all things ServicePoint, requirements per the HUD HMIS data guidance, other regulatory compliance, including but not limited to HIPAA and 42 CFR Part 2. We want to promote a culture of privacy and build consumer trust. Privacy and security are related. Control versus safekeeping. We are keepers of data that is private and complex, and we are responsible for that information. Who will we allow to see the information, and how will we protect it? What instructions has the client given us in regards to their consent to share their data? That's all from the Release of Information form. Common causes of data breaches include weak or stolen credentials. Please safeguard those passwords, user error, and vulnerable networks. As a ServicePoint user, you have signed or will sign a user participation agreement. Your responsibilities include, but are not limited to, preventing unauthorized data disclosure, reporting any security violation, complying with relevant policies and procedures, inputting data in a timely manner, informing clients of the agency's use of ServicePoint, taking responsibility for your username and your password, and completing all required training. All our documents are located on the Portland Housing Bureau's website. They include policies and procedures, our community data standards, data expectations and exceptions, the notice to clients of uses and disclosures, the privacy notice, even the current participation in agreements, a remote access policy, and links to other sites, including Multnomah County's. We have a notice to clients of uses and disclosures. This is a 4-page document describing how information will be used and how to keep it secure. It also includes the client's rights. Please make this available to any client upon request. Please make sure you're familiar with it. We also have a 1-page document intended to be posted near any and all areas of client intake. This is your privacy notice. Please make sure that it is posted. As a condition of getting your ServicePoint license, you have signed a user agreement. This includes a statement of confidentiality, guidelines for the use of ServicePoint, and a list of consequences if you fail to comply with the provisions of the agreement. Now here are the essentials. Never share your username or password with anyone. Never share your password with your agency administrator, a trainer, technical assistance provider, or any system administrator. Never post-it note your password. Don't tuck it under your keyboard or in a drawer. Lock out any time you are away from your workstation. It's even best to close your browser. Do not set your browser to save your password. Do not access client data on a public computer, like at the library. Don't access client data in a public setting, like at a coffee shop. Do not access client data over an unsecured public Wi-Fi. Please don't use those free guest Wi-Fis. Only access information on computers that have a locking screen. Now about those passwords. User passwords for ServicePoint are a minimum of 8 characters long and include at least 2 numbers. Strong passwords are important. Please refer to a number of different websites that will help you test your password. Passwords expire every 45 days. Administrators do not know your password. ServicePoint maintains an audit trail tool that tracks all successful and unsuccessful login attempts, including your user, IP address, date, and time. ServicePoint maintains a HIPAA-compliant audit tool that tracks all client data access, adds, deletes, and views. Every ServicePoint user is assigned a user access level that grants them access to specific functions within the software. Each user level has a certain security restriction applied to it. Only access information that you need to do your work. Client-level data, personally identifiable information, should only be downloaded from ServicePoint in very limited and specific cases. Hard copies of client data should be extremely rare and destroyed immediately upon its use. Hard copies should never be left unattended or unsecure. Electronic copies must be stored securely and accessed only via password-protected means. Please clean up any temporary internet files produced as a result of a download. Can an electronic system be as secure as a paper filing system? Both depend upon your actions. Who can access the information? Will you share information with other agencies? And what security do you have in place if you do? Imagine that ServicePoint information is contained on its own disk, each to be locked and shared as you choose. Will you lock the filing cabinet? The client consent or release of information form is the manual that we must follow. Remember, electronic security is no less restrictive than your hard copy security. Additional materials may be available through your administrator or trainer. Please contact me if you have any questions. Thanks.